All right, welcome. Today we're diving into a huge topic for anyone working with AI, security. We're going to break down how you can actually identify, evaluate, and prioritize the very unique risks that pop up with these incredibly powerful systems. So let's just get right into it. And just so you know where this is all coming from, everything we're about to cover is drawn straight from Chapter 2 of the AI Security tutorial from Virtualization Options LLC. It's a fantastic guide for exactly this challenge. So let's kick things off with a big question here. Why is securing AI so different? Well, it's because these systems aren't just static code. They learn, they adopt, and they make their own calls. Our old security playbooks, they were built for predictable software. Frankly, they just can't keep up with these new dynamic threats. And that right there is the core of AI's unique security challenge. We're not just guarding a fixed piece of code anymore, we're trying to protect a system that is constantly changing. Think about it like this. With a normal app, you apply a patch, and you're good, for a little while anyway. But an AI model, it changes every single time it learns from new data. This means we have to completely shift our thinking, right? We have to move away from a one-time security audit to a state of continuous risk monitoring. Your security framework has to become a living, breathing process that evolves right alongside the AI it's meant to protect. So how in the world do we get a handle on all this? We need a map. That's exactly where a risk assessment framework comes in. It gives us a structured way to navigate the really complex world of AI threats. And the source material gives us a great way to start, breaking down all these AI risks into 4 key categories, or dimensions. By separating them out, we can go from just vaguely worrying about stuff to actually having a concrete plan. So let's break them down. First up, we've got data-related risks. You know, an AI model is only as good as the data you feed it. So what happens if an attacker poisons that data? Subtly corrupts it to get the AI to do what they want. Or what if the model accidentally leaks sensitive private info it was trained on? This is all about protecting the AI's fuel source. Next, we have model-specific risks. These are attacks aimed directly at the AI's brain. And one of the wildest threats here is something called an adversarial attack. These are these cleverly designed inputs, maybe just changing a few pixels in a photo, that are totally invisible to us, but they can cause an AI to make a huge, catastrophic mistake. And then, of course, there's the simpler risk of someone just stealing your valuable proprietary model. The third dimension is infrastructure. You could have the most secure model on the planet, but it's totally useless if the platform it's running on is full of holes. This covers everything: the servers, the cloud setup, the APIs that let other apps talk to your AI. It's that classic weakest link in the chain problem. And finally, we get to operational risks. This is all about what happens when the AI is actually out there, in the real world, doing its thing. Is it making biased decisions? What's the plan if it just fails? And maybe most importantly, is there a human in the loop who can catch problems before they spiral out of control? These are the risks that can have massive real-world consequences. Okay, so we've got our map of the landscape. Now, how do we actually go about assessing these risks? Well, the source material gives us a really clear 4-step approach that's super practical. It's a really logical flow when you think about it. First, you have to identify your assets. You got to know what you're trying to protect. Catalog every model, every data set, every system. Then, for each of those, you analyze the threats. How could someone attack this thing? After that, you look inward and assess your vulnerabilities. Where are the gaps in our defenses right now? And finally, you evaluate the impact. You ask the big question: if an attack got through, how bad would it be for the business? So once you go through all that, you're probably going to have a pretty long list of potential problems. The next and maybe most important step is figuring out where to even start, and that's where scoring and prioritization come in. And let's be real, this is just practical. No one has unlimited time or budget. You simply can't tackle every single risk at the same time. So the key is to be systematic, to focus your energy on the threats that pose the biggest danger to your organization. A chart like this is a perfect way to visualize the results. See, by giving each threat a score based on both how likely it is to happen and how bad it would be if it did, you get a really clear pecking order. So in this example, you can see adversarial attacks have the highest risk score. Bam. That's your top priority. This data-driven approach just makes sure you're putting your resources where they're going to do the most good. But remember what we said at the very beginning. This isn't a one-and-done project. With AI, the job is never really finished. And that brings us to our final, absolutely crucial point: continuous monitoring.
The big takeaway here is that AI security isn't a task, it's a rhythm. It needs a consistent cadence. This timeline lays it out perfectly. You've got daily automated scans looking for weird behavior, weekly reviews of logs and model performance, a full-on risk reassessment every month, and then a big picture strategic review every quarter. This is what an adaptive strategy looks like, one that ensures your security is evolving just as fast as your AI.
And that really leaves us with this final thought to chew on. Your AI is designed from the ground up to learn and get better every single day. So the real question you have to ask is your security learning with it? Because in this new world, a static defense isn't really a defense at all.